A breathing exercise can actually be a really powerful, simple little way to manage stress, anxiety, and overwhelm. And here are two of my favourite breathing exercises. Feel free to join me in this little process if you are somewhere where you can just relax for a moment, close your eyes. That gives you the chance to really connect with it in a deeper level, and just notice how you feel. But notice if you run through both breathing exercises with me, notice what one you connect with a little bit better, what one you find easier, smoother, and that really resonates. Because by finding the one that you connect with a little bit more, just makes it that bit easier to be able to use it as a more regular practice and actually enjoy it. So close down your eyes, and if you can, have your legs and arms uncrossed. And what we'll first do, so just for a moment while I'm talking, just notice your breath in your body. No need to change it, adjust it, just notice it being there. And our first breathing exercise, we're going to take a deep breath in for the count of 4 and a slow breath out for the count of 7. And I'll count this for you, I'll guide this for you. Notice how it feels. Don't judge yourself or be hard on yourself or overthink if you can't get to the 7. Just notice where you can get to and how it feels, and just allow yourself to settle into it. If you're finding breathing out for the 7 difficult, when I start counting in for the breath of 4 again, just start again, just try again and just notice it. So breathing in for a deep breath for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and slowly breathing out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Deep breath in, 2, 3, 4, and slowly breathing out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Deep breath in, 2, 3, 4, and slowly breathing out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Deep breath in and slowly breathing out. And just once more, counting in your own time. Perfect. And as I say, just notice how that felt. Notice if you found it easy or difficult getting out to breathing out for the count of 7. And it's just really good to have that awareness. Sometimes in life we're so busy rushing around and caught up in the day, the moment, that our breathing gets more hurried, more rushed, quicker. And our breathing predominantly comes from our chest in doing so. So we're often rushing around without even realising it, and we're kind of those kind of breaths. So sometimes it can take a little bit of time to adjust and be able to breathe a little bit slower, a little bit deeper, taking that into the tummy a little bit more. But the more we do it, and that's why it's a breathing exercise, a breathing practice, the more we do it, the easier it gets. And I know that it was exactly the same for myself. Initially, at first, it wasn't too easy to breathe out for that count of 7. But now I could do it, with so much ease and much longer than that. I'm not saying that to brag or anything else, but as a way of sharing and explaining that I know that it can feel tricky at times. It's our body getting used to it. It's our body adjusting, and it can change. And therefore, as we know, when our body begins to relax and change, when our breathing begins to relax and adapt, then our natural heart rate and breathing begins to slow down, even subconsciously, even when we're not even aware of it, because we're bringing in that practice and we're slowing our body and soothing our nervous system down, and that goes deeper in a subconscious level. So it really does make a massive impact. So good one to practice if you did find it difficult, trying to extend out for that 7. And as I say, not judging it, not overthinking it, and just notice how that breathing exercise felt. Our next breathing exercise, we're going to do box breathing, and that is breathing in for a count of 4. And I'm actually going to do this because I like to visualize. When I do this one, I do actually like to visualize almost kind of I'm drawing a box as I do it with my breath, or, you know, in my mind's eye, in my vision. So breathing in for a count of 4, holding for a count of 4, breathing out for a count of 4, and holding for a count of 4. So we'll repeat that. Again, I'll guide you. So if you opened your eyes, just feel free to again just settle in, close your eyes and relax. And breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4. And hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4. And hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in, hold, breathing out, and hold. And just once more, counting in your own time. Okay, and open your eyes whenever you're ready. So again, just notice that breathing exercise. Notice how you found that one. Was that one easy? Did you find it easier than the 4-7? Was it similar but just different, if that makes sense? You found it, you know, just as hard, easy, but it was just a little bit different. Just notice which you preferred or how you found either one. And it can be really good to begin to introduce a breathing exercise like this, especially if you do find that you do have a busy mind, a mind that is often overthinking, or if you feel like you're either often or currently feeling stressed or overwhelmed or a little bit anxious, then it can be really good to bring in a little breathing exercise like this. You can either pick one or just choose as and when you are doing a breathing exercise, which one you fancy doing at that time. I often find that the breathing in for 4 and out for 7, because it's longer, it does slow down the body and the mind a little bit more. And the box breathing, I feel like that gives more of a focus, something to kind of focus the mind on, to shut out the noise and to allow a bit of space and clarity. And with these breathing exercises, I feel like they can be a really good way to start the day. So perhaps your alarm goes off, or when you wake up in the morning, just notice, you know, maybe you either close your eyes again, or before you open your eyes, just doing that, just a few rounds of that breath. And you can probably feel, even just doing the few rounds that we did just in this video so far, we're not even at 10 minutes yet, and we've done 2 breathing exercises, which hasn't been for that whole duration of time. But you can probably feel already how much more relaxed you are, how much more kind of space and calm you've created within your body and within your mind. So it can be a really good way to start the day. Just a few breaths before you get up out of bed. And there are many other things that you can do alongside that, like visualization. Feel free to Check out my podcast, Unapologetically You, if you want some more ideas around that. But just the breathing exercise will make such a difference. And again, it can be a great way to something to do drifting off to sleep. Again, really, really helpful if you find that you struggle to go off to sleep and your mind gets busy at this time. Why is it that our minds sometimes get so busy and active and think of the most ridiculous things at the point that we want to drift off and go to sleep? So it can be a really good way to bring it in then. And perhaps throughout your day, perhaps the moments where you're making yourself a drink or pop into the bathroom or washing your hands, you just do 1 or 2 of these breaths and notice the difference that it begins to make. And this is why I say it can be something so simple, a simple little practice, but that can actually, by creating a little bit more of a routine, a habit of it, can really begin to make a powerful impact in your day and a powerful impact in your life. And you'll notice it. Perhaps set yourself a challenge for 2 weeks and see how it feels. And I'd love to hear how you get on.